the most efficient way to learn programming is to create small apps. There are many advantages doing so. You see, I have this small app. It's in French, but I can explain you quickly what it does. It's a small app that will help you to organize your progression as a programmer. So what I want you to do is to list first what category of programming you want to learn. I will first refresh it. So you'll arrive on this home page. You will notice that it is responsive. So when the screen is small, you see all the links are one above the other in a stack. So this was something that I had to implement because I couldn't remember how you do that using vanilla JavaScript. Then you want to add a task. So you choose a category. What do you want to improve? Your front-end skills, your back-end skills. So at first I chose, let's say, front. So you choose front. This populates this other drop-down list with these front-end skills. And if you choose back, you can see now it changed and you have back-end technologies. Also, I wanted to implement toast that would inform you, for example, that you forgot to fill out all the fields. So you see now if I create without having provided a name for the task and a description, there will be a toast that will ask you to fill in all the fields. Okay. Then Learn Express, let's say, the famous web server, often used in Node. And then I could say, for example, create a small app implementing routing. And now that everything is provided, I can create the task. I can see that the task was created with a specific ID. Where does this ID come from? It simply comes from this Airtable database, and you can see it's right here. So by deciding to use a specific stack, so I wanted to learn serverless using Netlify, and I interact with my database using serverless functions. I wanted to improve my HTML, CSS, and vanilla JavaScript skills. I wanted to learn how to implement routing without using a framework like Angular, React, or Vue. I wanted to review how to make a website responsive, etc. So you see, without a specific app to create, it's the best recipe for disaster because you will try to learn everything there is to know about HTML, CSS, JavaScript, everything there is to know about Netlify, everything there is to know about Airtable database, and it's overwhelming. And the result is frustration, stress, and no result that you can show off in an interview or simply that can encourage you to keep on learning. Because this is what is really daunting in programming, is that there is no limit. There is no point where you will know everything. It's simply impossible. There are too many things to remember. That's why if you want to learn to program as fast as possible, you must create small apps. Don't delay creating real apps, because as a programmer, this is what you will be asked to do by your employer or by clients as a freelance. So when you have a side project, your main aim is to implement functionalities. What I do also to work as efficiently as possible is that I list all the tasks I have to create. At first, there is just this minus sign, meaning that the functionality is not implemented yet. And when it's implemented, I simply replace the minus sign with an X. That means that tomorrow when I'm back programming this side project, I know that the next thing I'll have to do tomorrow morning, for example, will be to show a loader while tasks are loading, because right now, when I display my tasks, they are retrieved from the database, but as you can see, there were no loader. So this is the next thing I will do. The main advantage of doing this, instead of using complex task manager or task tracker, is simply that I simply add a line and I implement it. And then when I'm back to a specific client or back to a specific job, I will use the tool that is used by my team. It doesn't matter, but at least when I'm alone, I don't waste time. I simply add a task. Imagine that if I wanted to add, let's say, a functionality consisting in sorting by name descending, I would simply add this task, and I would know that I have to implement this task. So you see, it's extremely easy. There is no waste of time. The huge advantage of learning by doing is that you limit the knowledge that you have to acquire to a specific task. And so you're not totally lost in what is often called the rabbit hole of needing to learn one thing that leads to learning another. Here it's really obvious. These are the things that you need to implement, and so you have to learn just what is needed to implement each task. This is extremely powerful. That also allows you to not focus on memorizing. For example, I couldn't remember how to implement this responsiveness. You see the menu that changes shape. Well, on a small screen, all the tasks are stacked, and on a big screen, they are on the same line. But I remembered that I had to use media queries. So I simply looked for media queries, and I find this example, and I remembered, oh yeah, okay, I simply have to add this in my CSS, and this, what is between these curly brackets, will be executed when the screen size is up to 1250. So I decided to stack my menu when the screen is less than 700 pixels. And so you see, I couldn't remember the syntax, but it's not a problem. And what if this had happened to me during a job interview? No problem at all. You have to train to have a poker face. You must not look panicked or anxious. You simply explain to the interviewer, okay, I know I have to use a media query. I don't remember the syntax, so I will make a search in Google or in MDN, and that's it. You don't have to memorize everything. Also, I wanted to learn how to make CRUD with Airtable. That's it. There are many things you can do with Airtable, but as a full stack programmer, this is one of the first tasks you need to learn to do with Airtable is to create, read, update, delete. So you see, that allowed me to reduce the amount of knowledge I had to acquire concerning Airtable. Also, as I told you, I wanted to have a toast displaying when, for example, the form is not fully filled. So I had to find a toast library that I could use with vanilla JavaScript. And same thing, I simply typed in Google toast vanilla JavaScript, and I found, what's the name of this one? Toastify-js, you see. And so I learned to implement it, you see, simply by using this Toastify object, passing it a configuration object, and asking to show the toast. And then I personalized it by passing it an option that would allow me to pass a specific text, to pass a specific duration, and to position it a specific way. It took me only 15 minutes to learn to find this Toastify library and to use it. So the fastest way to learn to program or to improve your programming skills is to create apps. Create. This is really what will allow you to improve fast and to avoid wasting time. If you agree or disagree, please leave a comment, subscribe to be warned when the next video will be online. I'll see you soon.